Hello and welcome back to Music History at Educator.com. Congratulations, we've made it to the last unit of the course, the 20th century, which is a very misleading label for a time period because it only seems to encompass January 1st, 1900 to December 31st, 1999. Anyway. First lesson of the 20th century, we are going to be talking about Impressionism and Expressionism. Well, Impressionism. You've probably heard this term, and actually a lot of the isms that we will talk about, you've probably heard before in reference to art movements, specifically visual art movements. And Impressionism is definitely one of those art movements, probably more famous as an art movement than a musical movement, because of Claude Monet, among others. But basically, all these different isms that you're going to begin to hear in the 20th century are just labels for different ways of organizing sound or organizing images or telling a story or character development. They're just different ways to kind of tell these stories. And in Impressionism, it's hazy, when things look different up close as they do far away, right? And this was attempted in music, most notably by this guy right here, Claude Debussy. Another name I hope that you have definitely heard before. So Debussy was a major composer of the 20th century. He pretty much wrote in every style. And the impressionistic influence kind of landed on him through the Paris World Fair. And the World Fairs that sort of began to happen in the latter half of the 19th century and into the 20th century, as we'll learn later in unit on Dixieland blues and jazz, these World Fairs actually influenced music and arts a great deal because of all of the cultural influences. So in the Paris World Fair, we had a lot of interest in music of the Far East, and so groups were brought over from Indonesia, from China, Japan, Korea, etc., and performed at the Paris Expo, the Paris World Fair. And a lot of composers, like Debussy, heard this music and was definitely influenced by it.